Here we are, Weston Pools. These are their pellets, fishery pellets. I soaked them in the lake water about an hour ago, and they're that sort of consistency. I'm now going to put on some fish accelerant, Sensate Fish Accelerant, which is now in half-size bottles at half price, so you can try them more easily. You will notice, if you look closely, there's 2 layers. That is intentional, that is exactly as it's supposed to be. The bottom bit is all the attractants, and the top bit is the fish accelerant. The fish accelerant is the stuff that, when mixed with that by shaking it, actually disperses it really rapidly in the water, gets all the attractants out into the water. That's what brings the fish on. So, but you've got to shake it to wake it. You've got to mix it up. So you shake it like that, and it's all mixed up. It's dead easy. I'm just going to put a load on here, and I just mix it up. I'm just going to put it in this half because I really want a lot of that attractant going in a very concentrated area, because I'm going to cook it out in a minute. So there you have it, and that should give a big cloud of attractant, which you can see because this is the one with the dye in it. So I've done that simply so you can see it, because we've got a camera over there underwater. So I'm going to dump it in front of the camera so you can see it. Hopefully. I'll dump it in front of the camera. Right, okay, here goes. Let's see how that goes. And then I'm going to get a bait in straight away because I want to catch some. Who knows, eh? Straight off, as fast as I can present it, a hooked one. So if Tommy was here, he would say, well, you ain't put them off, is it? So I'm really pleased with Sensate. It's proven itself over 5 years now. People are winning matches and catching bigger fish. They're using it for big carp as well, which is really interesting for me. This is a beautiful little F1. Whoa! Get in. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Look at that, perfect. And now we've just got to wait for the big carp to come in now. This is the best bit, actually catching a fish. I don't think the bait's even getting down to the bottom. And another one. So Sensate, what's it all about? Sensate is about two things. One is getting the right attractants and stimulants, feed stimulants out there. Because we all want to catch fish, we want to catch them as fast as possible and get as many bites as we can. And it's all about having the right attractants and feeding stimulants. But then the second part of the equation is actually allowing the fish to actually know that it's there. Because that's how they find your bait. It's visual and then by smell. So the faster you can get the smell out there, the quicker fish are going to know your bait's there, and the quicker you're going to get bites. So that's where the fish accelerant comes in. And the fish accelerant, I'm always a bit loath to get a bit technical, but it is quite technical. There's lots of things, lots of foods and attractants that are pretty much insoluble in water, like oils and fats, for example, but there's other ones as well. And the way to actually get those to be dispersed, you need something like an emulsion. And an emulsion actually makes those fats and oils in a very small size, so it disperses in the water. But there's something better than emulsions, because emulsions often use various food substances and chemicals which are a bit repellent to fish. So there's something called micelle technology, and these are even better than emulsion particles. They're even smaller, there's billions of them in a gram, and they are 1/200th of the size of an emulsion particle, which are measured, they're tiny, they're measured in nanometers, but these things are even smaller, and so they disperse quicker. So what's that got to do with anything? Well, I found a way of piggybacking the flavours and the attractants onto those little tiny particles, those micelle particles. So when the particles zoom out in the water at however 700 meters per second or whatever it is they do, they're taking with them the attractants. That means the fish know that your bait is there almost instantly. If they're in the mood for feeding, they will come and you will catch them. That's what it's all about. I'm going to show you one more time what happens, but this time I'm going to use some yellow Sensate Accelerant. Here's the same stuff. I'm going to do it slightly differently now. So there's a load of those in there. I'm just going to put a load of the yellow dye. Oh look, you can actually see again, it's separated into the fish accelerant and the attractant. So you've got to shake it to wake it. Mix it all up, shake it to wake it. And then put a load of this. I'm going to put a ridiculous amount on, because then you can actually see it when it goes in the water. But you only need a little bit. But this is just because I've got a camera out there in the water, and I want to show you what it looks like, so you can visualize what happens with the dispersion of the Sensate attractants and feed accelerants. Right, so that's about right. In that goes. And then I'm going to feed over the top of it with some yellow sweet corn. Try not to get in a tangle like I did last time. Let's see what this looks like. Right, I'm gonna get that sweet corn exactly where. Oh, I think I got a bite on the way down. Exactly where everything went in. Straight away. I think it's safe to say you cannot overuse Sensate Fish Accelerant, because it certainly didn't put them off, and I put in about a quarter of a bottle then, just for the colour. A little bit bigger fish, this one as well. It definitely sorts out the bigger fish as well, Sensate, and I can't tell you why, but that's what 13,000 Fjuka angler Facebook groupie people who've been testing it for years have found out. Oh. Beautiful little F1. Not the biggest in the world, but it's nice to catch.